Chosen one, there are moments when heaven leans in close and the winds of change brush your soul. This is one of those moments. This message is not hype. It's not clickbait. It's confirmation. You've been sensing it, that something larger is pulling you forward. And you're not wrong. Wealth is no longer a distant hope. It's knocking at your door. But here's the truth. It requires your action. Now, you've been prepared in the shadows, trained in trials, matured in moments when no one else was watching. And now the test is no longer endurance. It's obedience. God is saying, you've waited long enough. This is your turn to rise. Elon Musk. The mention is not just metaphor. It's symbolic of radical breakthrough, unconventional favor, and divine alignment with legacy wealth. But here's the warning. This door won't stay open forever. Heaven has released the instruction. Your spirit already knows the truth of it. What you do now sets the rhythm for what comes next. You don't need to fight anymore. You need to move, because destiny doesn't chase, it waits until the chosen one walks through. Watch this message through to the finish. Give it your full attention. Then leave a comment with your best wishes and 777. This is more than simply a film. It's a release, a chapter in which your faith is energizing the cosmos and desires come true. The future gets closer every moment you remain in the here and now. Your next move will be energized by this message. Prepare yourself. Enjoy this video, Chosen One. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. Now, let's get started. The strength of your initiative. You have the next move since the previous season didn't. You were forced to wait, observe, and give up. You were being altered, positioned, and trained. It was wisdom, not weakness. Higher hands were preparing you for an exact alignment. You were right on the money. You turned into the mark. The object of favor, the object of grace. The roles have now been reversed. You are now taking the initiative rather than responding. You are moving ahead. You're not being dragged. You're making your own decisions. You're not being tested. It's an indication that God believes in what He put inside of you when He gives you the next step. Heaven doesn't question your strength, but you do. Despite your doubts about your voice, fate is already reacting to your vibration. Although your strength isn't too loud, it's sufficient to move the appropriate doors. The lock is now in front of you, and the key is in your soul. And the question is straightforward. Are you going to flip it? This season, your hesitancy is a delay strategy that the adversary wants you to wear like armor, not a sign of humility. However, being stranded in safety was never intended for you. You were created with the ability to change atmospheres, initiate divine chain reactions, and provide the solution that someone has been longing for. You are now the sign rather than waiting for one. You are the appropriate time now. You no longer need it. You are the light now. You are no longer requesting it. Everyone will be altered because you finally said yes. So your next step isn't just about you, right? Men, to feel the peace of the angels and show your support with a super thank you up to $20. Your natural triumph. Positioning yourself is the key to success, not proving yourself. All you have to do is outlast everything, not outfight anything. You are already strong. You don't need permission to be so. All you have to do is own it. You have the clarity to wear your crown with pride, even if it has been there the whole time. The tide is finally working in your favor, and the winds are changing. We are revealing you, not testing you anymore. This is a declaration that is being broadcast to all realms. It is not a step. Because everything listens when the chosen one moves. The world of uncertainty will be dispersed. The world of dread will be restrained. And the world of confusion will be quiet. Miracles respond positively when you say yes. When you do that, protection surrounds you, healing aligns, and prosperity arises. This is your proclamation, not simply your next step. You're moving, not wishing anymore. You're now making a decision rather than asking. The best part is that you don't need to know everything to make the move. Right now, the journey is more significant than the final goal. Clarity is not as important as courage. Being present is more important than being flawless. It's about demonstrating to the universe and to yourself that you will no longer compromise your integrity for comfort, give in to fear for the sake of being invisible, or compromise your purpose for the sake of maintaining harmony. The mountain in front of you is trembling, not because of fear, but because you're finally embracing your true self. You were created to move mountains. The internal conflict ends here. Your divine DNA takes control at this point. The recipe of favor, the design of breakthrough, the code is inside you. Don't wait for someone else to pull you over now that you're standing at the brink. Take a leap. It is sacrosanct, not because it is safe. Chosen one, you have the next move, and triumph moves with you. The disclosure of your strength. Your strength is no longer concealed. It has a charge. It's prepared. This is the true beginning. You've seen enough false beginnings to know when it occurs. Spiritual survival will no longer be your way of life. You won't be sitting in rooms that are too small for you anymore. You will no longer compromise your excellence in order to appease others. No more waiting. No longer hiding. Now is the moment. You are aware of who you are. You are aware of what has to be done. The tug is felt in your chest. Inside, you can hear the quiet roar growing. That's the arriving sound. That is the release signal. You were destined for this, so don't question your readiness. You were schooled by every tear. You were focused by each locked door. You were purged by every betrayal. You were recalibrated with each delay. You are now a weapon in the hands of destiny, not to destroy, but to proclaim and warn the world that everything must react when one chosen one emerges. You are becoming change instead of requesting it. You are now giving yourself the order rather than wishing for permission. And from now on, every move you make will be infused with breakthrough. You're not alone on your journey. The mood is changing for your arrival. The space is shifting to accommodate your voice. Your vibration is being matched by the possibilities, and the future is bending toward you. You are now constructing for legacy rather than survival. You are doing with purpose rather than under duress. Now, every action is divine, coordinated, and strategic. This is the time of year when your actions will multiply, your words will reverberate, and your decisions will materialize. You are in charge, not merely in alignment. And keep in mind that power is silent as you advance. It doesn't plead for notice. There is no need for applause. It just makes things different. And that power is now yours, chosen one. The shift is you. The strategy is you. The next step in divine history is you. You are the answer to a prayer that no one has yet to have the guts to say. Therefore, act because you sense it's time, not because you know what will happen next. Write men to feel the peace of the angels and show your support with a super thank you up to $20. The hallowed path. The action itself is the triumph, not the result of this move. Victory is the fact that you're still alive, still making decisions, still showing up, and still believing. Legacy is created by that energy. The cosmos listens because of that spark. You have a next move. The result was promised beforehand. All you have to do is say yes. The road ahead may not seem entirely obvious. The reason for this is because you're supposed to walk in order to activate each step, not to view each one. You're becoming a map, not navigating one. You are breaking the pattern, starting the fire, and paving the way. You have been invited to create the flow rather than follow it. Every time a chosen one acts on divine instruction, the equation of everything changes, and when you take the next step, something old in the spirit world starts to stir. Not only will this action alter your life, but it will alter everything associated with your name. Your compliance will have a cascading effect that will open doors for you in unfamiliar areas. When heaven approves a move, it's never just about the here and now. It's about the eternity, which will awaken rewards for generations to come. And the action you're doing right now is strategic, not a little one. It's documented, therefore it's not random. You don't simply walk when you step. You make a spirit-based sound that lets your next level know, I'm coming. You can experience emotional weariness, mental strain, and pressure. That's validation, not weakness. It indicates you're making contact with something actual. Pressure always precedes release. Impact is usually preceded by resistance. The noise level increases with the size of the motion. The key, however, is that all of that noise is outside. You've already won on the inside. Your soul already understands what to do on the inside. You've already moved inside. You are now bringing your body up to the level that your soul has already determined. You've been trained to overthink, yet your destiny demands overtrust, extreme surrender that makes you seem insane to those who don't know the path you've taken, and brave action that confounds the systems around you. But they weren't supposed to understand you. Through obedience, you were intended to do miracles, bringing your divine identity to life. People are waiting for you on the other side of your audacity. The results of your move are waiting on the opposite side. Furthermore, fear will prevent the closed door from opening. Faith will be able to enter. Your next action is grounded on your knowledge and is not influenced by your emotional state. You have a fire inside that is independent of the situation. It is not nourished by cheers. It is not driven by ideal circumstances. It has a deeper foundation. You are aware. You sense it. You get it. Something too sacred to ignore is drawing you in. And spiritual harmony is more important than merely achieving personal achievement. When no one else believed you, it's about being who you claimed you would be, right? Men, to feel the peace of the angels and show your support with a super thank you up to $20. And it's okay if they don't comprehend what you're going to do next. If people label you insane, that's all right. It's okay for them to keep their distance. You don't have to bear that load. The public does not approve of your goal. It matters that you are in accord with the divine vision, that you are in agreement with heaven, and that you are obeying the thunderous voice of triumph that rises within your soul. And it's becoming stronger today than fear, delay, and previous iterations of yourself that are no longer accessible. You are here to make an impression, not to fit in. You are here to take what is rightfully yours, not to wait for your turn. You are here to radiate with noble purpose, not to stifle your energy for other people's comfort. The earth knows you as you move. Time begins to bend in your favor as soon as you take the initiative. Chains that you never had to carry come off when you activate. You've been hidden long enough, chosen one. You've spent enough time practicing. You've had enough of your potential. The moment has come. You are at last ready inside, not because everything else is ready around you. And the real signal is that heaven reacts to that change inside you, not the event or the circumstances. You've also changed. The person you once were has changed. You are battling to create, to construct, to embody the power that was infused into your spirit before you ever breathed, and you are no longer struggling to live. The heavenly world is presently awaiting your signal. They're waiting to see whether you realize you're ready, not making a decision. No one is watching. There's no cheering. All that exists is the action, the moment, and you. Are you going to get up? Are you going to break the chain? Are you going to take the step? The gates are opening. Here is the window. The opportunity is now. However, the authorization is internal, and it is now your responsibility to provide yourself the approval you've been waiting for from others. The inner work has been done by you. The buried wounds have been healed by you. The skepticism that once yelled at you has been subdued by you. It's time to respect that process by taking action today. Divine activity, unwavering action, next level, irrevocable, public confirmation sort of action. Not little, not timid. Resonance is the key here, not outcomes. Not only are you making this move for yourself, but you're also sending a signal to the world, and it will be received. This is what divine alignment looks like. People will notice. They will sense the change even if they don't express it or tell you so. Because the air changes as you step. The frequency increases. The whole room shifts. Your legacy in action. There's spiritual gravitas in your next step. It has power. It conveys a vibration that repositions fate, opens gateways, and upsets systems. Don't wait to feel ready. However, don't wait for the ideal tranquility to arrive. When power is being regained, there is never silence on the battlefield. Step out of the strain. Navigate through the cacophony. While your hands are still shaking, take action. Warriors are created in this manner. Miracles are released in this way. It is the voice of faith over fear, not the stillness, that confirms destiny. And the atmosphere will react when you do this. A sign will be present. A change will occur. Something will line up because you moved in accordance with what was previously written, not because you pushed it. This is the next chapter of a destiny that has always been yours. It is not a brand new tale being written. It's your true identity being worn at last, not a new one. You have experienced the cocoon period. The hidden work has been done by you. You have undergone a silent transformation. You're flying now, however. You're getting up now. You're visible now. The old you is no longer needed by the world. It needs the version of you that doesn't hesitate to occupy space, make an impression, be recognized, and be felt. As you go, keep in mind that you don't have to provide anybody an explanation for what you're about to do next. You owe yourself the dignity of doing what your inner guidance dictates. You owe mobility to your future. Activation is what you owe your destiny. You have strength. You're in agreement. You're ready. This is about obedience now, not about time. An overflow comes from obedience. Thus, take action. Give the call. Get going. Put an end to it. Tell the truth. Let go of the dread. Stop the cycle. Create the dream. Do it with fire, whatever your next move may be. Act bravely. Do it with all the might of a spirit created for this particular brightness in the dark. What you do next is more than just a move. It's a message to doubt, to fear, to smallness, to everything that has ever attempted to stop you. This next chapter is different, both in terms of what's going within you and in terms of what's happening around you. You enter this moment with a knowing, a fire, and a heavenly recollection rather than with questions. You've seen the price of doubt. You know what it's like to be delayed. Finally, you've realized that the more you put it off, the longer heaven will wait to release what has already been ready for you. No more waiting areas. Spiritual sidelines are over. Now, when you're seated at the table, it's not just any table. However, the approval of plans, passing of mantles, and transfer of authority all take place there. They couldn't ignore you, but they also didn't invite you, which is the best proof of your seat. It was alignment, not approbation, that brought you here. Your next step will be indisputable because it has divine substance, not because it's loud. You are now responding rather than reacting. You're marching in vision, not seeking approval. That is a sign of someone who has already changed inside. This is about claiming, not about striving. You have changed from a year ago to even a month ago. Your inner fire has grown. There is no denying the clarity. It's an irrevocable call. And now you are the breakthrough, not the one requesting it. You've become a sign. You're not looking for one. The subsequent action is a statement of identity as well as a show of bravery. You are not entering this next phase as a victim of your circumstances. Rather, you are coming as a guardian of divine answers, a bearer of effect, and a vessel of purpose. The next step is about fulfilling something, not about mending something. The world will soon witness the collision of your fate and your choice, and it won't be a silent moment. Even if you may not have all the proof yet, don't mistake a lack of visibility for a lack of advancement. Things are already coming into alignment in the spirit world. People are already talking about you. It's not a coincidence that doors are being carved in places you haven't even seen. It is obedience that opens this. This is the activation of boldness. Your steps are seismic, not little. They reorganize the ground rather than just touching it. That is a chosen one's power in action. You are releasing presence today, and your presence is powerful. You are no longer reacting to pressure. It transports oil. It has fire in it. It conveys clarity. You've been rebuilt, you've been polished, and you've made the decision to stop apologizing for your radiance. So when you enter the room, it feels different. That radiance is proof that you've survived what others didn't see, that you've risen above things that might have destroyed you, that you answered a call that demanded everything. It's not hubris. And now, harvest season has arrived. Because of obedience rather than just effort. When it was silent, you obeyed. When it was lonely, you said yes. When it didn't make sense, you continued to move. Heaven listened. Favor has been marked on your consistent records.